If you're going on a cruise, the last 7 days are crucial when it comes to preparation and planning. Even for seasoned cruisers, over this last year, we have had some changes and updated rules when it comes to travel, cruising, and airports. So in this video, I'm sharing an updated list of the things that you need to do in the last 7 days before your cruise. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. No, I don't want to scare anybody, but if you don't do certain things before your cruise, you can actually be denied boarding. So we don't want that to happen. So this is a pretty thorough checklist, as well as a 7-day pre-cruise routine that I personally use. Now, I do want to thank Quince for sponsoring today's video, but more on that a little bit later on. Before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Number 1, create a pre-cruise preparation area. Now, you'll actually want to start getting prepared for your cruise even before a week. But by a week before, even if you haven't packed up everything, you do want to have an area that you keep all of the items that you are collecting, that you are preparing for your cruise. Now, something that I do is I actually just keep my carry-on suitcase open. Even if some of the items or things I need to remember aren't going to go in my carry-on, I put them there because this way I know I will not forget. Number 2, check your passports as well as any other documents or visa requirements. Now, this is where we've had quite a lot of changes over the last year. Now, first, when it comes to your passport, make sure that your passport expires no earlier than 6 months before your last date of travel. And that's because the majority of places or countries that we might travel to actually have that rule. Now, don't check this just 7 days before your cruise. Hopefully you're watching this video even earlier, but do make sure about that if you are traveling with a passport. Now, the other thing is check for visa requirements or other new travel requirements. As an example, in Europe, if you're traveling to the UK, there is now the UK ETA. And if you do not have this before you travel, you can actually be denied even boarding your flight. Now, something that I do for my own security is I take a photo of my passport. Now, I do have a little tip that people have shared with me. In addition to taking a photo of your passport, take a photo of the page on your passport where it actually has that barcode. From there, if you did need to have your passport replaced while you're traveling, they can do that in a quicker fashion. Now, something that I do is once I do take the photo of my passport, I email that photo to myself, and this way, if I ever did lose my phone, I could access my emails anywhere. Complete your online check-in. Now, most cruise lines are going to ask you to do this anytime between 15 days and 30 days before your cruise. But the deadline to do this for most cruise lines is actually 3 days before. So you do want to make sure if you haven't done it already by 7 days before your cruise, definitely do this. Now, in addition to the basic check-in, you can also do a couple of other things to personalize your cruise. As an example, when it comes to your cabin, you can choose your bed configuration, and you can also oftentimes request a robe to be there when you arrive. By the way, if you get in your cabin and that robe isn't there, then all you need to do is ask your cabin attendant. Download and update your cruise line app. Yes, you need to download your cruise line app because you're going to want to make sure that you use this on the cruise. Even if one person did the check-in for everybody, anybody who is going to use their phone to check the cruise planner, etc., you're going to want to make sure that everybody has downloaded it. But if you've gone on that particular cruise line, make sure that you update it to the most current version of the app, because if you don't, sometimes what happens is once on board, it does get glitchy. Now, in addition, find your boarding pass. Now, when you see your boarding pass on your app, don't assume that it is still going to be there when you get to the cruise terminal. So even cruise lines often suggest that what you do is you screenshot this. Print your boarding pass if your cruise line requires it. Now, there is a cruise line in particular, Carnival, that does require that you print out your boarding pass. And not doing so can mean that you actually have to stand at a desk, they have to look it up, and it is a little bit more time consuming. Now, the other thing is print out your luggage tags. Now, it's a good idea, in addition to printing out your luggage tags, to use the plastic reusable luggage tag holders. Now, they are available on Amazon. They are very inexpensive and they are reusable. I've used the same ones for years. Now, different cruise lines do have different sizes, so I will leave a list of them with links down below in the description of this video, along with other cruise essentials as well. Purchase any pre-cruise packages. I am talking about Wi-Fi, shore excursions, dining packages. They will almost always be at least 10% cheaper by purchasing these pre-cruise. But I do have an additional tip. If you think you might like to go to the spa for a treatment or even to the hair salon, I often do that for a blow dry, then book this ahead of time if you can as well. Now, something that I've noticed is not only will it be cheaper by booking it ahead of time, but you can actually get the time you want. And if you look at the schedule, sometimes you will notice that certain days and even certain times, as an example, if you get your hair blow dried at 5 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. or 3 p.m., it may be cheaper as well. Plan your cruise outfits. Now, something I like to do is think about the nights of my cruise. When is formal night? What do I think I'm going to be doing in terms of restaurants each night? And I can plan accordingly. Now, I do have an upcoming cruise, so I will show you some of the cruise outfits that I am bringing. And by the way, these are all from Quince, who have very kindly sponsored today's video. Now, I've actually been ordering from Quince over the last few months, and something that I am loving is the fact that they're cotton, which, by the way, this dress is cotton. It is so soft and comfortable and breathable. I also have some linen dresses and pants that I've been wearing that are absolutely perfect for travel. And especially as I've worn and washed many of the items over the last few months, I've really been impressed with quality and comfort of the materials. Now, the first dress that I got is actually the brown polka dot dress that I am wearing right now. I'm loving it. It is an organic cotton poplin maxi dress. I'm loving the length of it. And one of the things too about this dress, and I find many of the Quince dresses are actually that they are quite flattering, like even in the midsection, not too tight, which I really like. And even in terms of the waist, I do find that it is quite flattering. Now, for this cruise, I am planning to wear this dress for the evening, but if I was traveling to Europe or something like that and I wanted to wear it during the daytime, it would be perfect as well. Now, this next blue dress is one of my absolute favorite dresses that I have ever gotten. I love this color, but beyond the color, this organic cotton gauze maxi dress is so comfortable, and it does have pockets. Now, I needed something a little bit different that I could wear for work events or brand events, or even, for dinner on a cruise. And I love this cap sleeve dress. Now, I wasn't sure if it would be too tight or feel too tight in any way, but it doesn't at all. It actually has a stretch, and even though it does cinch a little bit at the waist, it's actually quite loose and comfortable. Now, this vintage wash A-line button-down dress really surprised me. The look of it, I thought it looked like denim a little bit, but I have to tell you, it doesn't feel like denim at all. It is so comfortable. It really is almost buttery soft. It's made with a fabric called Tencel, which is actually biodegradable. So very cool. And again, it does have that A-line style that's quite flattering. Now, when you order with Quince, you get free shipping as well as easy 365-day returns. Now, I'll leave a link to the different items that I am wearing in today's video down below in the description, as well as a QR code on the screen. Arrange for your transportation from your airport to your hotel or from your hotel to the cruise port. Now, in some cases, it might be that you are planning to take an Uber or maybe even a shuttle from your hotel. But if you have a further distance, something that you might want to do is arrange for a car service or a transfer. Now, something that we did when we were in Rome recently for a cruise, and the port is about an hour and a half or an hour and 15 minutes away. So we actually did arrange for a transfer. It was with Shore Excursions Group, but this is the first time we've ever done it, and it made it so much easier and also less stressful to get to the port. Confirm your flights and your seats. Now, something that I would do is have a little notification if you have not already chosen your seats and you're waiting to be able to choose your seats for free. Set a notification to do your online check-in 24 hours before your flight and choose your seats as soon as possible. Bid for a cabin upgrade. Now, these days, cruise lines are not giving away cabin upgrades for free, but they are giving people the opportunity to bid for a cabin upgrade. Now, if you've tried to bid and you didn't get it yet, you can go into that and you can actually up your bid if you like. But I do have an additional tip as well. Check to see if your cruise ship is actually sailing full. If it's sailing full, well, you've got to wait this out. But if it's not sailing full and you want to see what kind of chance you have to get an upgrade, you can see how much availability there is and try to judge your chances. Now, by the way, if you're planning a cruise and you want to make sure that you stay organized with cruise checklists, including a pre-cruise checklist, I do have the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner. Now, the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner is a 47-page downloadable printable planner that will help you to stay organized with cruise packing lists, cruise embarkation day planning forms, and more. And the best part is, because it is downloadable and printable, you can print out only the pages you want for as many cruises as you do go on. Now, I'll leave all of the information about the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner linked down below in the description of this video in case you want to check it out. Create a travel plan email folder. Now, if you have not done this already, take all of your different confirmations and make sure they're all in one file. And something else that I like to do is, even when it comes to any expenses that I have, I put that into that file as well. So later on, when you're trying to compile everything, whether it's for your budget or because you have certain expenses that you're able to deduct, you have that all in one place and you won't be searching later. Prepare your medications and health items. Now, something that you'll want to do is make sure, if you do need to pick up any prescription medication, make sure that you order this and you get it prepared at least a couple of days before your travels. And something to do is also try to bring about a week of extra medication if possible, just in case there are any unforeseen delays. Now, by the way, if you are concerned about should I bring all of my medication in their original bottles, some people, what they like to do is actually ask their pharmacist if they can prepare little bubble packs. And you can ask your pharmacist to print out a list of medication as well. Technology and phones. If you are going to be using an eSIM during your cruise, make sure that you purchase this and you download the eSIM to your phone ahead of time. What you don't want to do is go to the airport, arrive at a new country or destination, and have to download it there. And if you're anything like me and you like to watch some movies during your flight or maybe a series, you want to download those to your phone or your iPad in advance. Now, something we like to do too is start to collect all of our portable chargers and power banks, and we start to charge them up within the week before our cruise. And look for other items that you might be bringing with you that need to be charged, like cameras or Insta360s, or even a magnetic fan for your cabin. Speaking of phones and chargers, we do have airlines that have implemented some new rules over the last few months, so make sure that you do check those out before you are flying. Most airlines are now asking you to have your portable chargers not only with you in your carry-on bag, but ideally in your personal bag that is going to be under your seats or directly on your person. Prepare cash and credit cards. Now, something that we usually do, especially if we are traveling overseas or abroad, is we do like to have a certain amount of cash in that foreign courtesy. Now, something that we've come to realize, at least over the last few years, is we actually have to order this in advance. Our bank will not actually usually keep euros or anything like that. Now, maybe the bank that you deal with or your currency exchange does, but in our case, we actually have to kind of give them about 5 days notice. So you want to check this. And in my case, I'm Canadian, but when we go to the US, we like to have some US cash with us as well. And even though typically they do have US cash at our bank, we like to order that in advance just in case. Even if you don't need a foreign currency, it is a good idea to make sure that you have enough cash with you, as well as an extra emergency credit card. Now, when it comes to cash, you might even want to start collecting even a few months in advance at home, maybe collecting your small bills, and make sure if you are traveling with one credit card you usually use, have a backup just in case. Make a note of your loyalty benefits. Now, this is something I find that we really do have to do, even seasoned cruisers, more than we used to have, because cruise lines are actually trying to reduce paper, or so they say, and sometimes they're not going to actually print out that list of loyalty benefits in your cabin anymore. So you want to kind of screenshot this or note this in advance. And that's because if you've already sailed with that cruise line, you may have certain perks on board that you might not be aware of. Now, some of those are a discount in the gift shop. If you can get 10% off the jewelry on a cruise, or even on sunscreen if you forgot yours, why shouldn't you have that? Now, other things, and this is one of my favorite benefits, and I've missed out on it before because I just forgot I actually had it, is that a lot of cruise lines, if you're a past passenger, they might give you 1 or 2 items that can be pressed for free. Make and go to your pre-cruise appointments. Now, this is one of those things that I try to make sure that I book in advance. Now, I am talking about pedicures, manicures, a hair blow dry, and I oftentimes talk about this in terms of women because this is something for me, but men have different things that they'll want to do as well. Maybe go to the barber, maybe go to a wax appointment. Any of those different things, make sure that you note them and make your appointments in advance. Prepare your home and arrange for pet care. Now, if you have a pet, make sure that you have confirmed everything with your pet sitter. Of course, if you have children, make sure you've confirmed everything with babysitters, but make sure in terms of your home, you do a few things as well. Now, you can actually stop your mail, or you can have somebody else pick up your mail if you like. You can let a trusted neighbor know that you are going to be gone and give them an extra key for your home to keep an eye on things. Now, something that we like to do ever since we actually came home to our upstairs shower flooding into our kitchen about 3 years ago. Yes, that was problematic to come home to. We do shut all of our water off before we leave the house. Now, a couple of things that I've started to do over the last couple of years that just make things easier and better when I come home is I clean my whole house before I go, but I like to actually make sure that our sheets are freshly washed on our bed so that when we get home, we get into a nice comfy bed. It's not a cruise, but at least it's much better. And I like to prepare or cook a couple of meals so that when we do get home from the airport, we have a little something that we can take out of the freezer and put it in the microwave or oven just in case. Prepare and check your luggage. Make sure that your luggage, the zipper is working, the lock is working. Check your air tag. If you keep an air tag in your luggage, and we definitely do, just make sure that your air tag is working. If you've had your air tags for even like 3 years, sometimes we do need to replace the battery. And by the way, you can go to an Apple store if you want to do that, and they'll do it for you, or otherwise you can just purchase this on Amazon. Check your cruise and airline restrictions. Now, there have been a slew of different new prohibited items for cruising, for airlines. So I'm not going to give the whole list now. I do have a couple of videos on this, so I'll actually leave a couple right at the end of this. But this is something good just to make sure that you are up to date and not bringing anything that you shouldn't. Prepare your final day travel checklist. Now, something that I like to do in addition to making sure that I have all of my different items that are packed and ready for my trip is I actually put out my travel outfit. So I prepare that a couple of days. And one of the things that I do is I look at the weather, but I also like to make sure that when I am boarding my plane, that I do have an extra outfit packed just in case. Confirm your pre-cruise hotel. Now, this is something that I learned the hard way, so it's new for me. After a recent cruise, we actually got to Seattle for an Alaska cruise, only to find out that the hotel told me when it was just about midnight and our flight was very delayed, that they were overbooked and they had given away our room. Now, in the end, they were able to accommodate us, not with the same room, a lesser room. They did compensate me with some extra points. It was a little bit of a story to this, but it worked out. But something that I will be doing from now on is if I know my plane is late in particular, I will be calling the hotel. But I think either way, I will be calling to confirm. Please let me know if you've ever had an issue like this and what you've done about it. Please let me know down in the comments below. Now, I hope that this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Bye for now and happy cruising.